Tia Hall, and I'm going to be discussing with my group members today lesson 1 of my unit plan. And basically it is a unit on developing citizenship in the classroom, and the first lesson talks about rights and responsibilities of citizens in the community, the state, and school. So basically what we'd start off with doing at the beginning of the lesson, I would have a T-chart up on the board that has a right on the right column and on the left column responsibility. First, we would have a discussion on what a right is. So I'd ask students, has anybody ever heard of the word a right? Do you know what that means? Hopefully they'd answer that it's a type of freedom, but if not, the teacher would need to explain that it's a kind of freedom that people in a country or community can get, like the right to go to school, the right to go to church. Then we'd move on to, and then you want to list that under the rights on your T-chart. Then we'd move on to responsibility, and I'd ask the students the same thing. Do you guys know what a responsibility means? Hopefully they would answer something that you should take care of or something that you need to do. And we would list some examples of responsibilities on the responsibility T-chart, which could be, you have the responsibility of cleaning your room, making sure that your community is clean, don't litter. So then we would go on to our textbook part of it, and I would have them turn to page 8, and we would echo read. And the whole reason we echo read is so that everybody in the classroom, no matter what reading level they're on, they are able to read and listen and at least speak the material that is in the book. So the first page, 8, it's citizens in a community. And it says, every day you work and play with others. People who work and play together live in a community. Your family and school are part of the community. The people who belong to a community are its citizens. So basically, I would read a sentence and then the students would repeat after me. Then I'd instruct them to go to page 9, and we'd read, citizens have rights. What does it mean to be a citizen? In the United States, it means having rights. A right is a kind of freedom. Americans have important rights. We can live, work where we want. We can follow our religious beliefs and share our ideas. So after we read those 2 pages, the teacher will stop, and I will ask, what is a community? And hopefully students will answer, a community is a place where people work and play together. So I'll ask them some things in their community, what do they have? And hopefully they'll answer, they have a school, they have grocery stores, they have restaurants, they have a gym. Just all these ideas to make them really understand what a community is. After reading that, we will go on to page 10, and it's our citizens have responsibility. Every person plays many roles or parts in a community. Each role has responsibility. A responsibility is something you should take care of or do. A student is responsible for learning. A family member is responsible for helping. A citizen is responsible for taking care of the community and respecting people's rights. So then I would stop and I would ask the students, what is your responsibility as a student? And hopefully, after reading that, students will know their responsibility is to learn. Then we can move on to page 11 and read rules and laws. All communities have rules. Some rules are called laws. A law is a rule that citizens must follow. Rules and laws help us stay safe and protect our rights. They help us learn, work, and play together. Rules and laws also help us solve problems fairly. Then I'd instruct them to go to page 12. And it says, it is our responsibility to follow rules and laws so that no one is hurt or treated unfairly. People who break rules must face consequences. A consequence is something that happens because of what a person does or does not do. So then I would stop and I would ask the students, at school, if you run in the hallway, do you have a consequence? And they would say yes. And they would answer, our consequence is